Hello, welcome to a What Sold video. This is reviewing my sales for the last week of January. I am ReFabFashion and I'm a Boston-based reseller. I do this part-time. I have about 500 active listings in my closet or storefront on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. This last week in January, I was pretty busy with some other family and personal things, so I was not as active on my platforms. I was not doing new listings, just some delist and relist, so things are a little lower. But still some good sales that I wanted to share with you. I had 11 sales total. Most were on Poshmark. The total sales amount that the buyers paid and that the platforms registered was over $350. But after the platform fees, shipping fees, and discounts, and considering my cost of goods, the amount that I deposited into my bank account from the platforms was $214.50. And for me, I really prefer to look at an average net profit, what I call the net profit here, more than the average selling price, because I do have varied cost of my goods. Sometimes I pay up for things, so I'm really looking to get a net profit of $20 or so, higher if that's possible. So even this week with much less activity, I'm happy I still had a net profit per item on average of $19.50. The first item to sell this week was a Figs technical top. And if you had watched my haul videos recently in January, I picked this up just at the beginning of the month, finally got it listed mid-January, and it just took 4 days to sell. This was a size medium. It's kind of this oversized fit. I was able to find the stock photo and the style name. And I used the keyword pride because there were a couple places with a little rainbow tag. It was very subtle. Just the typical Figs labels had the rainbow with it. So Figs, it sells quickly. As I said, 4 days to sell. Not for very much. This was in great condition. There were no flaws or anything. And my net profit was just over $11. This next item, I debated a little bit picking this up. This is the brand Blank NYC, and this was a faux leather moto jacket with this faux fur kind of lining and collar. When it's unzipped, it folded out nicely, but that all had this faux fur to it, even down the back on the inside. But these multiple zippers, the style was really great. This was just a size medium. It did have some stains on the surface stains on the outside that I had to clean up a little bit. But yeah, lots of details. The close-ups really show the texture to it. But I debated because Blank NYC does make real leather items, which I think definitely sell for more. I found this at a Savers near me. My average cost of goods this day was $9.03. This took 4 days to sell, and my net profit was $22.55. A couple of Mercari sales this week, which is very infrequent, but when they sell, it feels always like a good sell, and I'm glad that I cross-list. This I got in a men's thread-up box, a mystery rescue box. I had a few of these Chubbies brand items. Let's see if I can... There's a better picture. This item had an all-over print to it with these parrots, very colorful. There were a couple of stains at the hemline. It was really just that there, so I did make note of it. My average cost of goods in this thread-up box was $3.11. I have had this listed for a few months, and it's sold on Mercari for $35. I have the buyer pays shipping on Mercari, so my net profit was $26.73. I have not found Chubbies out at the thrift store. This thread-up box, I think I got 3 or 4 pieces, so it was really fun to try this brand because I'd been hearing about it. This next sale, I thrifted in December at a Goodwill. This was a men's size small North Face, but it was more recent from 2021. And that's why I decided to pick it up, give it a try. My average cost of goods this day was just over $6 per item, and this sold for $34 on Poshmark. My net profit was $19.12. An eBay sale here. This was a great sale. This is Peruvian Connection, which I like to pick up pretty much everything. This was a size medium, and these were Puma cotton dark gray leggings. So not a very interesting piece compared to the range of what they make, kind of more of a basic. I found this on the same day as the previous item, so at a Goodwill in December, $6.06 average cost of goods. And this just took 18 days to sell. I have an ongoing 15% off in my store, so I listed it at 40. The buyer did pay just directly. I don't have offers turned on most of my items, but I will send offers to watchers kind of beyond my 15% off once in a while. So they paid directly at the $33.99 plus the shipping that I charged. And my net profit was $23.68. This item also was a quick sale. This just took 5 days to sell. I bought this in early January this year at a Savers. I had 30% off coupons, so I was getting a lot of items and getting back into listing. This is the Athleta Salutation Stash leggings, and the stash means it has the side pockets. Let's see, that's a little bit better picture here. They were in pretty good condition, not perfect. There was some pilling, which I do take a photo of the crotch on all the leggings, and I do this for jeans too. So there was a little bit of pilling that I noted. And a size small, as I said. This is a good clue that it's a newer piece. If the style name is printed right on the item or on the tag, if the item has a tag here under the brand, lets you know it's a newer item. But yes, the Salutation Stash tights or leggings are definitely a newer item from Athleta. So my average cost of goods this day was $5.74. It sold for $25. And that was an offer someone made to me, but it was just 5 days after listing, so I accepted that offer. This, similarly, I bought at the same time, so $5.74 average cost of goods. Also took just 5 days to sell for $42. This was a size large petite, and the style code on the tag, usually I see them with the 5 digits and an R, and that's regular. I didn't realize that Q stood for petite in the coding, but when I was doing my research, trying to find the listing, stock photos and listing description to add to mine. It was pretty easy to find using that style code on the tag. Good size, large petite. Again, sold in 5 days for $42. My net profit after all the fees was $25.84. And this was a sale. I used Poshmark VA to automatically send a 15% discount to new likers after 20 minutes. So somebody accepted that offer. This item's a newer find as well, an Eileen Fisher size extra large, kind of tunic length merino wool sweater. There's a drop sleeve, so this was actually a little hard for me to get a great photo in here, which is in part why I sold this for $30. And the purple can be a little bit harder of a color to sell. Not everybody loves this, but I found this at a local community thrift shop in December. I paid $6 for this item, and this took less than a month to sell. I sold it for $30, so my net profit was $18. This was a great sale. This is a Carhartt piece that I found recently. I found this at a Savers in January. It was a size medium, men's, a little bit insulated thermal, but on the lightweight side. And it did have the style name was pretty easy to find. That was the model number I used to look it up. But it was called the Gilliam Rain Defender Vest, and I priced it at $50 and somebody bought it at my list price. This was a same-day sale. and the buyer, I have them pay the fee on Mercari. So my average cost of goods this day was $8.22. So after fees, my net profit was $34.60. This was my highest profit sale of the week. A couple more here. This item I have had for so long. I've had some interest. I picked these up more based on style. Y2K 90s kitten heel, but it had an interesting shape to the heel, kind of a curvature. I could not figure out the brand name on these, and I tried to do a Google Lens search, and I just after searching I just put that the brand was unknown, but that was really, this was more difficult for me to sell than I first thought. The size was on here. It was clear that these were leather, kind of a square toe. So a few years ago when I bought this, this was a little bit more in style, but it's a little hard to even tell. Just, I guess, this little flare, it's kind of curved all around the heel, and then there's this square kind of block underneath as well. So I thought they were really interesting style-wise, but again, it was more difficult for me to try to sell this. So I've had it a while. I've been doing deep discounts on this. I paid at a Savers an average of $11.95 and sold it for $15. So my net profit was just 5 cents. Basically, I got my money back on this item. And the last sale of the week, I got this in a men's thread-up box. This is a Banana Republic, more recent piece, new with tags. A denim, and I call this denim rather than chambray because it was heavier, like a denim, like jeans, mid-weight material. New with tags, a size large. I was able to find the style, but unfortunately the stock photos weren't really that great for this piece. They had it layered with other items, so I just skipped a stock photo altogether on this. But this was a pretty quick sell. This just took 15 days after I got it listed. My average cost in this box was $3 per item, and it sold for $27. I took this lower offer. I think we went back and forth. They started at even a lower offer to me. I wanted to get over 30 for this, but I went ahead and took the 27 once we were going back and forth, and my net profit was $18.60. So that's it for this week. I had a couple of no sales days. The 24th and 25th, I had no sales. I, again, was really not active this week on the platforms. So that definitely makes a difference if you're not sending offers and responding to offers or listing more items. So more quiet week. But as I said before, the still on average, I made $19.50 profit per item for the items that I did sell this week. So I'm happy about that. If you have not already subscribed and you'd like to, please hit the like, subscribe, the notification bell. I'm going to continue to catch up on my what solds. I have some better weeks coming along once I was back and more active, especially some quick sales. And I'm going to put out a couple more videos reviewing kind of highlights from 2023 and my sales and profits and what were quick sales that year. So I'd love to have you join me again and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.